Hey guys, it's Angelo, and welcome back. Today I'd like to share some of my most beloved Transmog sets with you, and have specifically picked out 10 of my most used Transmog sets on my Priest. I've also equipped a dagger, as we're going to be having a dagger as our artifact weapon in Legion. This way you can view some options that may seem appealing to you instead of the artifact weapon design that Blizzard gives us, or designs rather. Keep in mind that Xal'atath, the Blade of the Black Empire, which is our artifact weapon, is actually a really good looking weapon though, and there is really no shame in not transmogging it. Also, I've spec'd into my holy spec for most of these transmogs, just so you can view them without the shadowy appearance that the Shadow Priest passively brings with it. I've picked some sets that are optically very spec specific perhaps, while others can look good in really any specialization. That being said, I hope you can find some transmog sets and armor sets that you really find appealing, and without further ado, let's go ahead and have a look. This is probably my most used transmog. Needless to say, the hood gives a feeling of playing this dark priest, and the shoulders are iconic for our class. I personally like the recolor of this transmog because a lot of priests actually use the blue and gray version of this set that is better known as the tier 6, which is found in the Black Temple of course and in the Sunwell Plateau. What I like about this set is that its colors make a very specific and identifiable transmog set, and due to it being mostly obtained via PvP, this makes it less present in the PvE community, which is something I really value because you're less likely to run into someone that is using the same transmog as you are. I swap around my belts in this set sometimes, either using the Aboriginal Sash, which I bought on the auction house actually, or the Vindicator's Mooncloth belt, which is the belt that matches the set and can be found in Area 52. Another belt that looks identical to this one is the belt of Divine Guidance, which is found in the Black Temple. The Blood Knight cloak can be found by the Naru vendor at the center 2nd floor in Shathrat City. Now this is perhaps not my most used transmog, but it is certainly my personal favorite mix-up. The set is made up of the Dragon Soul Heroic set, mixed together with offset shoulders from Ulduar 25-man, dropped by the XT002 Deconstructor, and a belt that can be bought for honor from the Warlords of Draenor Season 1 PvP vendor in either Stormshield or Warspear. Actually they're called honor badges now ever since the pre-patch, but it's the same thing. What I like about this set is its colors. The purple tone looks good on a Shadow Priest and looks really well when in void form. The cape can be found via the auction house if I remember correctly, but I am pretty sure here actually, of course I may be wrong, as it's been so long since I've actually had it. I also like the mystery this looks gives me. The sad looking faces all around the armor are reoccurring aesthetics from the Shadow Priest, or just the priest in general actually, and really enhance these rather dark themed sets like this one. This is a rather extravagant set, and I personally feel that this set hits the nail on the head when we talk about how the new Shadow Priest looks. This set comes with built-in tentacles on the shoulders and the headpiece, which makes it perfect for while you're in void form, as we get even more tentacles the longer we're able to remain in it. I must admit that the colors of this transmog don't directly support the priest in any way really, but the tentacle theme and the similarities to the void beings and old god flare makes this set one of my personal favorites. I farmed this set completely in Dragon Soul normal, except the gloves actually, and because really I've had no luck getting them in Dragon Soul. But honestly, almost all brown beige gloves and a similar cloak will match the set just fine. This set is made up completely from the Naxxramas tier 7 10-man set, and is arguably one of the most iconic transmogs for the priest. What makes this set very interesting in my opinion is its simplicity compared to others. Its dark red with golden accents are very pleasant to the eye, not too piercing but also not too simple. The halo over the character's head and the wings on the shoulders add a nice flair to it, and this actually suits all three priest specializations and their fantasies in its own way. The set is also very easy to obtain, as all of it except for my cloak and the weapon can be found in Naxxramas 10-man. This is essentially a recolor of its 10-man counterpart, which we just had a look at. What I like about the set though, more than with any other transmog set I currently have, is the fact that I can transmog my legendary cloak onto it, as the color patterns on the cloak and on the set are literally perfect for one another. I'm glad Blizzard has implemented the legendary cloak to be transmogged, but I do want to add that if you did not obtain one of these legendary cloaks during Mists of Pandaria, then unfortunately you cannot obtain them anymore. However, if you were able to get one of them, you can actually add all of them to your wardrobe, so please keep that in mind. This set can be purchased for Honor and Stormwind, Orgrimmar, or Area 52, as it is the Shadow Priest Season 4 Brutal Gladiator set. I enjoy this Transmog because I personally think it looks really nice as a Shadow Priest especially, but again it has aesthetics that look well in all three specs, so Holy, Discipline, and Shadow. It's clearly designed to make its wearer resemble a Legion-themed spellcaster, and this may be appealing to a lot of people once the expansion launches. Everything in this set, including the belt, costs you honor badges, so doing some PvP for this set will be inevitable. It's incredibly cheap though, and you should have this transmog completed after around 4 or 5 successful wins in any given battleground. This is actually one of the sets I am currently still working on, but I wanted to share it with you nonetheless. The set makes us resemble a fire mage, needless to say, and with a couple of self-added accessories like a different belt, a different cloak, and some new gloves perhaps, we add our own flair to this transmog in every sense. My main hand is actually a challenge mode weapon, but honestly everything that has some kind of fire on or in it will suffice. My offhand is achieved by a quest in Westfall called the Coastal Menace, which took me about 2 minutes to do. The cloak is found by the same vendor on the 2nd floor in the center of Shathvat City we discussed earlier. The belt is from either High Mall or Blackrock Foundry Heroic, and the gloves are random ones I had lying around, but any red gloves that do not cover your forearms will do just fine. The rest of the set is farmed completely in the Cataclysm Tier 11 heroic content, so Blackring Descent, Bastion of Twilight, and of course the Throne of the Four Winds. While on a rather hot topic, this is another set of mine resembling another class on purpose. Here, I use some of the Warlock iconic recolor found throughout various Burning Crusade dungeons and combine it with my personal flair. I add a red scarf to it, some red fingerless gloves, and a plain single beige belt. This makes for a nice transmog that can be modified with accessories like a cloak, a different belt, or a different headpiece in order to give the user some personal flair. The set is again easy to obtain, and all you really have to do is run Burning Crusade dungeons, and all of this tier 2 recolor will drop for you. This applies to all classes by the way, as all recolor tier 2 sets drop throughout these dungeons, both normal and or heroic. Another one of my all-time favorite sets. This set was actually a bit more difficult to get, as all the major pieces have a low drop chance and can be found in the heroic Burning Crusade dungeons. This makes this transmog even more appealing in my opinion, as there is no doubt in my mind that most priests don't actually own this set. I've combined this with the belt of the first Warlords of Draenor PvP season for the Alliance, and transmogged some gloves that give the appearance of actually not being gloves. This makes it seem like I'm not wearing gloves, and this just suits the aesthetics more in my opinion. Clearly, this set suits a Shadow Priest a bit more than the 2 other specs, but I think that fact exactly makes it appealing to both Holy and Discipline as well. I think that this set will be appealing to many of you as well. Another set that can be completely farmed in Warlords of Draenor, the set resembles GUL'DAN'S a lot, which is very cool in my opinion. The set itself is farmed in the tier 17 mythic content, so High Mall and Blackrock Foundry actually, while the cloak is obtained from a quest in the southern part of the Spires of Arak. The gloves are found in Hellfire Citadel Mythic, while the glasses drop as a little accessory toy, cosmetic, transmog in the Tanan jungle. Overall, this set is actually really good looking, and the special animations on the shoulders look really cool while under the influences of Void Form, especially mixed together with those cool tentacles. This too is an outfit that may fit the Shadow Priest niche a bit more than the other 2 specs. And those are my top 10 transmogs I currently play around with the most. I hope you found some sets you can work with yourself, and perhaps even make them look better than I have, which is probably not even that hard. If so, please be sure to show me what you were able to make out of them, and be sure to comment below. On another note, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for helping us get to 300 subscribers. Wow! Thank you so much for putting your trust in me, and I'll be sure to continue delivering enjoyable content for you. Thank you so much for watching, my friends. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.